to New Zealand. Yeah.
Tutpup from Sweden dueling against Timmy from New Zealand. Timmy is an experienced Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game duelist with multiple YCS tops, and he has also topped in his country national championships multiple times. Tutpup, on the other hand, played casually when he was younger, and really took a liking to Duel Links, and this is the first time he's really playing competitively.
So this is a match of experience versus somebody who's just picked it up again and gone, hey, this is fun, and then really got back into it?
Sort of. So they both have... So yes, Timmy has experience in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, but how much that translates into Duel Links remains to be seen. Obviously, the rules of the game are similar, if not the same. You don't get a main phase 2 in Duel Links, and there's only 3 card zones, but and there's also a skill that each legendary duelist can use. But aside from that, it's essentially the same. However, the metagame and the viable decks are completely different. What is not different are the decks that these two duelists are using. Yes. So they seem to have both figured out the format quite well and figured out the game quite well. It is interesting to note, though, that the game is constantly changing. So although they are using 3 specific decks right now, it is very unlikely that those were the 3 decks they used when they qualified for the World Championship. Tutpup and Timmy are both using a Toon deck, a Ninja deck, and a Deck Out deck. The Toon deck is using the Restart skill, the Ninja deck is using the Beatdown skill, and the Deck Out deck, as is common, is using the Dual Standby skill, piloted by Taya Gardner. One difference between these duelists, however, is that Timmy is using Maximilian Pegasus to pilot the Toon deck in true fashion.
Just to keep the flavor, alive, right?
Yes. Whereas Tutpup, I believe, is using My Valentine to pilot that same Toon deck.
So, actually, looking at these deck lists, you were saying earlier that they're pretty much card for card the same decks, right?
Yes. The exceptions being the extra decks, which are actually not relevant.
Well, they pretty much, they even bluff with mostly the same extra deck cards, actually.
Yeah, we see a Deep Sea Shark in the Tutpup's extra deck. We don't see in, or I'm sorry, we don't see in Timmy's extra deck.
Yeah, well, as we said, the extra decks are irrelevant. Yes. And these guys, to come to the same conclusions on the format and then get this far without the Red Ice deck, which we discussed earlier this weekend, is potentially being the deck of the weekend, has not made it into any of the final lists.
Yes, and some duelists actually piloted 2 Red Ice decks in their 3 decks of choice.
That's how strong it was, and
yes.
It's not here.
Yes, using 2 different skills. So it was a powerful deck, and we saw a lot of diversity. So that's one of the things that makes Duel Links so interesting. There are so many different decks that you can pilot. In fact, in the way the format is designed, you must pilot 3 decks.
Yeah, and then you've got to turn the decks down when you win with them. So we're going to see a best of 3 with 3 different characters for each of these players. I'm sure you can hear and feel the energy in this room right now. It's crazy.
It really is. I think one of the most interesting strategy decisions is which deck both players start with. However, it looks like they have both started with Toons.
Okay, so this favors whoever gets to the Toon Kingdom first, right?
Well, certainly, because neither player can do anything without Toon Kingdom. It is very likely they will both get Toon Kingdom. You can see Timmy has started with it after using the restart ability to send his hand back to the deck.
He's opened the full double attack Toon Dark Magician combo. That's
insane. So he might actually win this on his first turn. The only interesting interaction, however, is that so My Valentine, piloted by Tutpup, is also using the restart ability. No Toon Kingdom,
but he hits double Sphere Karibo.
That's good. However, I think Sphere Karibo targets.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And Toon Kingdom prevents targeting abilities. I will double check that.
Well, Timmy can't attack this turn as it's his very first turn.
That's correct. It's also interesting because Toons can attack directly if your opponent does not control a Toon. So we may see an interesting interaction there if both players do control a Toon.
You know, I don't think it's ever come up in the TCG where you've gone, okay, I attack. Oh, you have a Toon? Oh, okay. Let me rethink this.
Yes, so not 4-star Ladybug. Skullmark Ladybug, which gains 1,000 life points when sent to the graveyard, is summoned to the field, bringing Timmy up to 5,000 after it's tributed for Toon Dark Magician Girl. Toon Rollback is activated, allowing Toon Dark Magician Girl to attack twice this turn. Toon Dark Magician Girl attacks once.
It's Curse of Anubis, face down. Oh, yeah, so she can still target through Toon Kingdom?
Yes. Now I'm looking at Sphere Karibo's text. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, change the attacking monster's defense position. Does not target that monster. So he protected himself with the Sphere Karibo, but Tutpup is still in big trouble because he still doesn't have Toon Kingdom. Without Toon Kingdom, he can't stick a Toon on the field.
That is a crazy hand to be holding right
there.
Yes,
Sphere Karibo keeps him in the duel a little bit longer. Oh, Toon Mermaid's added to the hand. He still can't summon any monsters.
He still has Curse of Anubis face down, so he's going to be able to
survive one more turn.
He needs to do something in his next turn. But even then, it looks like Timmy's just going to sit there poking with his Dark Magician Girl. So
yes, there's not much more he can do. He can summon the Toon Summon Skull, but Toon Summon Skull can't even attack the turn it's summoned. So that would actually make it take a little longer for him to win. Tool Rollback will do nothing without a Toon monster on the field. So although the Sphere Karibos were able to be used against the Toon monsters because they do not target, the extra 2 turns of survival doesn't seem to have been as helpful as he needed it to be. Toon Mermaid is special summoned to Timmy's field. He gets all of the special animations for summoning his Toons thanks to using Maximilian Pegasus as his character. He tributes the Mermaid for a Toon Summoned Skull. Curse of Anubis is likely to be flipped right here in order to survive one more turn. Toon Summon Skull and Toon Dark Magician Girl switch into defense position. Interestingly enough here, if Tutpup does draw the Toon Kingdom, he actually might be able to turn this around. Because he'll be able to summon both Toon Mermaids and tribute them both for the Toon Summoned Skulls.
And that is
but
number
it's
2.
Over.
Wow.
He just concedes. He does not get Toon Kingdom.
Wow. Yeah. He tried to buy those turns he was digging, but he had absolutely no chance.
Yes, he did have Planet Pathfinder in his original hand, which he restarted by sending it back to his deck to draw a new hand. But because of the strength of his opponent's hand, I think he was doomed to be defeated in that duel.
Yeah, he had to draw Toon Kingdom or something to actually get started. It wasn't coming up, and he defended, he put up the good fight, but it just didn't work out for him.
Yes, his opponent also had quite a good hand.
So, looking at this, Timmy is pretty much, would you say he's kind of forced to play the Ninja deck as long as his opponent has a Toon deck still in play? Because the Toons are never going to attack and trigger your Warm Worms or things like this, so...
Perhaps. You can use Assault on GHQ and stuff like that to get rid of your own Warm Worm and deck out your opponent.
But since they can go around most of your monsters, that surely puts you on a...
Yes, and actually you're right. And a Feint Plan, not being able to attack face-down monsters, isn't so important when you can attack directly.
Yeah, so Timmy's pretty much locked on ninjas.
I think you're right. I think we're going to see the Seto Kaiba beatdown deck piloting the ninjas. But we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, fun fact. Actually, when I was talking to Timmy yesterday, he said he wanted a shout-out. And when I asked him, oh, sure, who do you want a shout-out to if you get a feature? He's like, oh, just to myself. So, but you're not even going to be able to hear this. And he's like, yeah, I know. I want it anyway. So here you are, Timmy. This is for you. For when you watch back later. Duel's just waiting for the sign to get started.
Neither duelist needs to shuffle up. That's the magic of Duel Links.
Oh, it's so magical, and you see how fast it just goes, and then just shuffles your whole deck for you. And here we go again.
Duel 2 is about to begin. I suspect we are going to see Toons again.
Yeah, Toons versus Ninjas.
Yes, as you predicted. So Tutpup is sticking with the Toons, and now we'll see if Timmy's Ninjas can take the 2-0 victory, or if Tutpup will tie it up.
What's this matchup actually like for restart being hit? So how do you rate this matchup then, from your experience?
I actually don't have a lot of experience playing with or against Toons. That's one of the decks I don't have a lot of experience with. However, from what I've seen in the tournament, Toons do well when they draw Toon Kingdom. And Tutpup, once again, did not get Toon Kingdom, so this might be pretty quick.
Even worse this time, he didn't draw any cards to defend himself.
He has 2 copies of Rising Energy, which can increase the attack of the Toons. But without being able to stick one on the field, oh, that is brutal.
He'll take a look at it, know his opponent's got nothing, put it straight back on top of the deck, right?
Yes, so I think it's over already.
Well, he gets the attack here. Yeah, that's it.
It's already over. 2,700 attack. Tutpup is forced to redraw Rising Energy.
Yeah, so Timmy
and can't do anything with it.
Timmy is the world champion. Congratulations, Timmy. Wow. Just, was it correct for Tutpup to stay with the Toon deck?
Probably. I think he's most comfortable with it. We can see, actually, that Timmy does not have any cards in his deck that easily destroy Toon Kingdom. There's no counter picks of, like, Twister or Dispel. Just unfortunately for him, in 2 games, with the restart ability, he did not get a means to Toon Kingdom. Kaiba activates the beatdown skill, giving each of his monsters 300 attack points, and it's already over.
Wow. Lightning fast. A new champion is crowned. The first Duel Links world champion.
Rising Energy,
yeah,
he discards a card.
I'll just, you know what, you can have a super attack. I don't even care.
It's a good sport.
Yeah, well, what else can you do? You didn't draw any cards. You got a handful of unplayable Toons.
5,100 points of damage. Now he gets the bonus for inflicting over 3,000 with 1 attack.
We just got an extra chest. We just got an extra couple of chests. Wow! Congratulations to Timmy, the first Duel Links world champion.
That was quick.
I believe that is the first time a New Zealand player has been crowned a world champion in one of these events.
Congratulations to Timmy.
I imagine everybody at home is, you know, if you had a chance to sit down and enjoy the match, you might have just been like out grabbing a drink and come back and wait, Timmy already won? Wow. That was incredible.
That's Duel Links.
I do feel bad for Tutpup to come this far in the tournament and then have the same thing happen to him 2 games in a row.
Yes, in the first duel, he did have the opportunity to keep his opening hand and use Planet Pathfinder to add a Toon Kingdom to his hand, so at least he would have been able to activate Toon Kingdom. But still, he probably would have lost, but it's uncertain.
Well, you know, he probably, he thought he had statistically less of a chance of drawing 5 Toons in a row. I think, was it even 5? I don't think he got through 5 draw phases. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No.
I think it was about 4 draw phases and it was just Toon, 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 Toon. Oh, okay.
Well, that's the risk with playing that deck.
Good job, Timmy. Good job, man.
Congratulations to Timmy, and congratulations to New Zealand.
Yeah, that's just incredible. And that quickly as well. You know, you've probably been stressing out for the last few hours while we've had the break. You watched that incredibly tense... We had that incredibly tense Dragon Duel tournament that just went on and on and on, down to the wire. And even at the end, Ryan, you couldn't believe he'd won. He kept trying to give the trophy back. And then Timmy, okay, hold on, I think I got this. Bang. like less than 5 minutes.
Lightning fast.
And he's like, all right, cool.
Lightning fast.
See you guys next year.
So, yeah. So that was incredible. But I can guarantee the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game Finals World Championship will not be nearly as quick. The format's a lot slower. It's a lot more methodical, and the players will need to think a lot more carefully about each of their plays. You will be joining Jerome McHale to commentate on that match, so I will be ducking out, and it has been an honor to commentate in this prestigious tournament.
It's been great having you, man. It's good to work with you, because we rarely get to do this on the international stage, because we cover different regions. But
yes.
Thank you so much for everything. It's that was incredible.
It's been a privilege to commentate with you as well, Matt.
Until next time, then, my friend.
Till next time, but stay tuned because the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game 2017 World Championship Finals will begin shortly.